Everybody, Thursday morning, and as we do each and every Thursday, we are going to invite the culinary experts over at the Guam Community College's Culinary Academy, spearheaded by the wonderful Chef Paul. Chef, good morning. Half a day. Thanks so much for joining us once again.
Hey, good morning. Half a day.
All right, man. So good to see you, and thank you for sharing just the passion, the talents, and the dedication. Because Chris and I were talking earlier, and we said, in our culture, and throughout the Asian countries that you have featured so far, like food is so much of a social currency. I mean, it's a way that we communicate. It's a way that we become friends. I mean, it's a way that we establish lifelong bonds and everything. So, in addition to teaching, your students, proper food preparation and presentation methods and everything like that, how much of that I've always wondered, do you actually go into kind of the philosophical side of exactly what food means to our culture?
Well, basically what food means to our culture, it's a lot about sustainability, what we have available, and we like to actually talk about the old dishes, and then how do we can take the iconic dishes and modernize it to the next level, like they're doing in a lot of the restaurants. Also, we like to express to them what they've learned. Food and cooking is a universal language. You don't have to speak in order to communicate, like you say, and that's about it. Actually, there's a lot more, and we talk about the flavor profiles, spices, ingredients, and availability.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the kids to maybe share some of the dishes that they've prepared for today's Bach lunch, which again, everybody, you can make sure to check out GCC at the multi-purpose room, right, Chef? Starting at 11 a.m.
Yes, that's correct. Lunch is from 11 to 12:30, and dinner is from 4 to 5:30. And I have the lunch chefs and the dinner chefs here today.
All right, so we do have Michael Grajek in the KOM News Zoom room, along with Ronalyn Umagat, Abby Jane Shoko, and Daryl Meltran. So guys, thank you so much. And we know, most of us Guamanians, we grow up cooking. It's part of who we are. Again, it's how we live our lives and everything like that. So can you guys tell us how you guys captured the flavors of Japan? Because it's such a diverse culture, and there's so much that goes into the cuisine. So you guys can just unmute your mics and just tell us how you guys were able to actually just take those unique flavors and just really put together an amazing meal. Yeah, so any of the student chefs, just go ahead and unmute your mics and just say what you guys are getting ready today. Yep. Unmute.
Today we are serving chahan fried rice for the AM team. We're serving yakisoba. We're serving Japanese potato salad. We're serving miso-yaki chicken, panko basa, and we are also serving strawberry shortcake for our dessert.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, how we harness the flavors of Japan, or just personally for me, my experience in a Japanese kitchen. I work at Niji at the Hyatt, so I've been for the past 3 years, I've just been surrounded by Japanese food, and I was able to take some of the knowledge of the ingredients and just put together amazing food with Chef Paul's guidance. Okay, Michael. So
maybe give me a little bit more with that. So since you've been spending so much time at the Niji, preparing Japanese food, what does it mean to you to actually work with those different kinds of foods and those ingredients and put together a complete meal? Because Japanese cooking is, in a lot of ways, it's a little bit different than the way we would prepare food for a chamorro meal.
Yeah, it is. It's Japanese. From my perspective, are perfectionists. We try to emulate that perfection, but yeah, their techniques are different in some ways. But I feel like a lot of our ingredients and the way we prepare food are similar in a lot of ways. Everybody has soy sauce at home. I'm sure everybody has a bulldog sauce in the refrigerator. But yeah, it means a lot. It means a lot that we're able to experiment with dishes and try to make good food.
I got wasabi right here in the office. I always have wasabi ready to go. I'm ready to roll anytime. Okay, let's bring in.
Yes, sir.
Can we bring in Abby Rain now? So Abby Rain, what was the most difficult part of today's meal, or maybe either difficult or most challenging? To prepare at scale, because you guys are putting together. Is it still 150 box meals for today's lunch?
300.
So overall, the experience for doing buffet. What happened? Oh, hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So overall, the experience, this is my first time doing a buffet for 200 people. It is challenging in order to, to get the right measurements, make sure you're feeding enough people. That's overall challenging. For the food, I would say making sure it tastes authentic. Like, yeah, we're making Japanese food, but we want to make sure it's close to how the Japanese people make it.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's got to be tough because what Jay and I were talking about earlier, there's just so many different types and even genres of Japanese food. I mean, to even plan out 2 meals, I mean, where do you even start, right, guys? So how was that process? I mean, I'm pretty sure someone was like, oh, yakisoba, oh, we can't forget this, oh, we can't forget that.
Yeah, it was a really hard decision choosing which recipes we wanted to put into the plate. There's only so much space inside the lunch plate, so yeah, it was hard determining which ones we were gonna pick. But again, with Chef Paul's guidance, we were able to figure it out.
Well, let's bring in Daryl if we can. So Daryl, if you want to unmute your mic, my friend, and I'm really interested in the strawberry shortcake that Michael was talking about a few moments ago. So, because so much of Japanese cuisine is this amazing presentation, and in many cases, it's less is more. So when it came to the strawberry shortcake, how was that putting that together, and how are you guys crafting that so it makes like this amazing visual impact in addition to tasting, just out of this world?
You're gonna have to ask Rovelyn and Dame about the strawberry shortcake because they're the lunch crew, and the dinner crew chefs is Daryl.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah, Ronlin, go ahead, and then we'll come back to Daryl if you don't mind.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
We're glad to be here. So for our Japanese strawberry shortcake roll, so it's just a regular sponge cake and whip on top strawberry and a little bit of gelatin to make the whip on top firm, and we just rolled it up with strawberry coulis on top and some whipped cream on the side, and that's a Japanese what is it called? Strawberry shortcake roll.
All right, that's great. That when I was talking about genres of Japanese cuisine, one genre, I guess, is that they take dishes from other parts of the world and then they do, I don't know what they do, what Frankenstein witchcraft they do, but they make it better. Like cheesecake, for example, right? You had cheesecake, but have you had Japanese cheesecake? You know what I mean? Same thing with whiskey, right? And whiskey is traditionally, Scottish, Irish, and American, and then now Japanese have whiskey. So I feel like they take a lot of things that maybe aren't from the region, but then they somehow make it their own. Right, Chef Paul?
Yes, that's correct. They did come out with Japanese cheesecake, and I'm like, bro, you want to make 300 Japanese cheesecakes, and then the cost would have went way through the roof.
Right. And we'll get to the dinner because we're tight on time here. Daryl, what's the dinner menu for tonight, and what can people expect? Now, dinner service starts at 4 p.m. It's at the GCC Multipurpose Center. There's no pre-orders. You just show up. It's $10 cash, and it goes right back into the program because a lot of what the kids are cooking up and the cost and all that stuff, it comes out of the lab fees. So I know these guys take a big hit on charging $10. But it's definitely worth it to support these kids. So, Daryl, what's on the menu for dinner?
So for dinner, we're doing mayo chicken karaage. We're doing misoyaki salmon. We're doing steamed rice. We're doing 2 kinds of sushi rolls, California and spicy tuna roll. We also have Japanese coleslaw with roasted sesame dressing. And then Abby, do you want to explain our dessert for us?
For our dessert, it's a Japanese crepe. It's just the filling. It's a whipping top, folded in, strawberry compote on top, and then finished off with a chocolate ganache drizzle.
Woo!
Yep. Well,
I'm at a loss for words, man. I was like, when I was going to school, the nuns always told me, you talk too much. I'm struggling to find the words just to say how amazing this sounds. Real quick, Abby Rain and Rodelyn, are you? Do you guys specialize in? Are you guys pastry chefs? Because I know you said you're working on the desserts.
No.
Was this a really fun challenge to put this together?
We don't work in pastries, but we work in the professional kitchen.
Okay, right on. All right.
so let's get the info out there, Chef Paul, for lunch service. Again, it's the multipurpose center over at GCC. Can't miss it. Just look for the line. What time do people go get lunch and dinner?
Lunch is at 11 o'clock to 12:30, and dinner will be at 4 to 5:30. And then for Mr. Chris Barnett, we're going to have a couple meals ready for you before 10 o'clock, sir.
Right on. Thank you, guys. We're just doing our part to help promote the great program, you guys. It's not even about the lunches, guys. Not at all. But if you're going to send them over, okay. What can we do? We're not going to, turn it down.
Well, and trust us, everybody watching this right now, because your friends at the link give the GCC program two thumbs up.
Yep.
All of us. I mean, it's been an amazing experience so far, Chef Paul, and everything like that. We're so appreciative of your generosity and educating these kids, and really, we were talking about the cultural impacts of food, but also in these really, really awkward times and everything like that, using their skills and their passion as Guamanians to be able to take care of our community too.
We want to thank you too for your support and getting the word out for us and supporting our program. Also, we're donating to the Catholic Social Services too every Thursday with the lunch and dinner menu.
Thank you guys so much. And again, we're looking forward to this. It's Japanese today, guys. Your lunch, your dinner plans are covered with the GCC Culinary Academy students. Great way to support this program, which really does so well in off-island competitions, and also in kind of growing and nurturing our local culinary talents here in Guam. So Chef Paul and Daryl, Abby Rain, Rodelyn, Mike, thank you guys so much. Appreciate the time this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, guys.
God bless Guam. God bless GCC. Right on. Hasta adios. 7:41. Quick break, and we're coming back with more of the link.